So you probably already know that the stomach is very acidic, and this is really important because it helps us to break down a lot of the protein that goes through our stomach, so that by the time it gets into our small intestine, it's already broken down quite a lot, and then it will further break down in the small intestine. What's very interesting though is that having low stomach acid can actually end up worsening things like an inability to handle certain foods like intolerances and developing autoimmunity, because essentially a lot of the protein isn't getting broken down properly, and there are certain cells within the gastrointestinal system that can kind of absorb non-broken down proteins, like M cells, for example. And so this is why it's really important when people are, put on things like proton pump inhibitors, which actually stop the production of hydrochloric acid. This isn't great for things like autoimmunity. So it makes sense that it's important, obviously, to figure out why somebody is experiencing acid reflux. Like, for example, is there inflammation that is making the sphincters a little bit loose? What is it that's causing the acid reflux, rather than just taking a proton pump inhibitor? Because, of course, then we end up with less stomach acid. We can't break down proteins properly, and this can cause things down the track that aren't fantastic when it comes to like autoimmunity and the absorption of unbroken down proteins. There's another really interesting one that is actually very, very common, and this is where people end up with this thing called H. pylori. And you can get it from many different ways. It's very, very easy to catch, and it's worthwhile being on top of checking if you're getting funny symptoms of inability to, digest things properly, because H. pylori likes to protect itself by stopping the production of hydrochloric acid, leading to an inability to break down proteins properly, the absorption of full proteins, and autoimmune conditions.